Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about VSEPR theory, Lewis dot structure, and using these VSEPR theory and Lewis dot structure, how to identify the hybridization, using hybridization how to identify the geometry of the molecule, and using VSEPR theory how to identify the shape of the molecule. So today we are going to study about VSEPR, that is valence shell, electron pair repulsion theory. As well as Lewis dot structure. Using this, we are going to find out the hybridization. Using hybridization, we are going to determine the geometry of the molecule. As well as we are going to study about the shape of the molecule. Shape of the molecule. So importantly, today's agenda is learning the identification of hybridization, its geometry as well as shape of the molecule. So let us take the example of three molecules, that is methane, ammonia and water. So let us identify first the central atom in each molecule. So carbon is the central atom here, nitrogen is the central atom here, and oxygen is the central atom here. So carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So what's the electronic configuration of carbon? It's 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So number of valence electrons is 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So according to Lewis dot structure, you have to write down the number of valence electrons around the central atom. In ammonia, the nitrogen atom, the electronic configuration of nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So it will be going to be 5 valence electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here oxygen, the oxygen is 1s2, 2s2, 2s2, 2p4. So valence electrons are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So totally 6 valence electrons. The other atoms in methane is hydrogen. So hydrogen, 4 hydrogens are here. Hydrogen. And the electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1. So that's 1 electron each. 1, 1, 1, 1. Here also hydrogen is the other atom. 1, hydrogen, 1. Here only 3 hydrogens. Here also the other atom other than the central atom is hydrogen. So hydrogen. So now if you look into your pair of electrons, this is your bonding pair of electron. So these are your bonding pair of electrons, which forms bonds with your carbon atom. Here also there are 3 bonding electrons, that is 3 pairs of bonding electrons. The other is lone pair, that is non-bonding electron. In this molecule there is no non-bonding electrons, but in this molecule ammonia you have a pair of non-bonding electrons. As well in this is your bonding pair, this is also your bonding pair. In this molecule, that's water molecule, on oxygen you have 2 pairs of, that is lone pair of electrons, that is non-bonding electrons. So in this molecule, the bonding pair of electrons is equal to 4 pairs. Lone pairs is equal to 0. There is no lone pairs. Bonding pairs, which involves in bonding through sharing. Lone pair is the non-bonding electrons which is not involved in your bonding. Here the bonding pair of electron is equal to 3 but you have a lone pair, that is one pair of lone pair of electrons. The same thing, bonding pair is equal to 2. Here only 2 bonding pairs. Lone pair of electrons is also equal to 2. Here 2 lone pair of electrons. As a result, the molecule looks like this, that is methane. Ammonia looks like this. A lone pair of electrons written like this, represented like this. Oxygen, that is water molecule. Hydrogen. The lone pair of electron is represented like this. Now if we calculate the total number of bond pairs and lone pairs, that is the sum of bond pairs and lone pairs here, it is equal to 4, which I will take it as Z. So Z is the total number of bond pairs and lone pairs. Here the Z is also 4. Here also the Z is equal to 4. So what is Z? Z is nothing but it's the sum of bond pair electrons plus lone pair electrons. So we have come into the sum of bond pairs, lone pairs. We have drawn the Lewis dot structure of each molecule and identify how many bond pairs and lone pairs of electrons are present. So bond pair is how many, that is the electrons which is involved in bonding. Lone pair is the pair of electrons which is not involved in bonding. So if Z is equal to 4, that is by using the sum of bond pairs and lone pairs, you can identify the hybridization of the molecule. So if Z is equal to 4, that is if the sum of bond pairs and lone pair of electrons is equal to 4, the hybridization is sp3. Here also it is equal to 4. So this is also sp3 hybridized molecule. Here is also it is equal to 4. Hence it is sp3 hybridized molecule. We know if the hybridization of a molecule is sp3, the geometry of the molecule is, it is tetrahedral. It is tetrahedral. So geometry of all these molecules is tetrahedral. So although 3 different molecules have 3 different types of, that is 3 numbers of bonding pairs and lone pairs, this is both, that is all the 3 molecules are sp3 hybridized and all they have geometry tetrahedral. So in order to find out the geometry, you have to only look into the total number of geometry is equal to bond pair plus lone pair of electrons. So in order to look into the geometry of the molecule as well as the hybridization, you have to look into the total number of bond pairs and lone pairs. But for the shape of the molecule, for looking into the shape of the molecule, shape is how the molecule looks like. So if you look into the first thing, the molecule, it has only bond pairs and no lone pairs, no lone pairs. It looks like a tetrahedron. So this molecule, the first molecule, the shape is also tetrahedron. Which means that if a molecule doesn't have any lone pair, its geometry and shape is one and the same. So I can do this conclusion. If a molecule has no lone pairs, its geometry is equal to its shape. That is, both are one and the same. So we know that shape is how the molecules look like. Coming to the next molecule, it has a lone pair. That is 3 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. Now the shape is different from its geometry. That is, if a molecule has a lone pair, its geometry is different from its shape. So if a molecule has lone pairs, its geometry is not as your shape. That is, it has different shape and geometry. So let us see what is the shape of this molecule. So in order to know the shape of this molecule, you should not consider your lone pair of electrons. So in order to find out hybridization of geometry, you have to consider both bond pair and lone pair. But for shape, consider only the bond pairs. Very important. For hybridization and geometry, you have to consider both bond pair and lone pair. For shape of the molecule, you have to only consider its bond pairs. So look into this molecule. If I close this lone pair of electrons on nitrogen like this, the molecule doesn't look like tetrahedron. Since it doesn't have 4 bonds, as a result, the molecule looks like a pyramid. Hence, ammonia is having a different shape from geometry. So shape of the molecule is pyramidal. So shape is pyramidal here. But for the first molecule, remember geometry and shape is one and the same. Since it doesn't have any lone pair. As I have told you, if there is no lone pair, geometry is equal to its shape. Since it has a lone pair, geometry is tetrahedron, but shape is pyramidal. Coming to the third molecule, here 2 lone pair of electrons are there. So as a result, if I look into this shape, how it looks, the molecule, how it looks. Shape means how the molecule looks like. The molecules look like a V shape or something bent shape. So as a result, here the shape of the molecule is V shape or bent. Sometimes bent, or sometimes it is also called as angular in shape. Angular, all are one and the same. Angular in shape. So the first molecule, which doesn't have any lone pair, geometry and shape is one and the same. The second molecule having 1 lone pair of electron, geometry is tetrahedral, but the shape is pyramidal. Having 2 lone pairs of electrons, the geometry is tetrahedral, but the shape is V shape. So hence, although all the molecules are having same hybridization, same geometry, the shape purely depends upon the presence of lone pairs. So if there is a lone pair, remember geometry is not equal to shape. And remember, for geometry, finding out the geometry, you have to consider both bond pair and lone pair. But for considering the shape of the molecule, shape, only bond pair should be considered. So talking about the bond angle in this methane, ammonia as well as water, you can observe that the bond angle in this methane is 109 degree 28 minutes, while in ammonia it is 107 degree, while in water it is 105 degree. That is, although they have one and the same geometry and one and the same hybridization, their bond angles are different. That is because in this molecule, there is a repulsion between only bond pairs of electrons, since it is having only bond pairs. So what is bond pair repulsion? You can observe that there is a pair of electron in this bond, there is a pair of electron in this bond. They repel each other since they are negatively charged. Like charges repel each other. So as a result, bond pairs repel each other and they try to have a certain geometry. So hence it is having a bond pair repulsion. So this is having only bond pair repulsion. While in this ammonia molecule, there are 2 types of electrons. One is lone pair of electrons, the other one is bond pair of electrons. Hence, it has 2 types of repulsions. Lone pair, bond pair repulsion. So this has lone pair, bond pair, bond pair, bond pair repulsion. So 2 types of repulsions here. Coming to a third molecule, there are 3 types of repulsions. Lone pair, bond pair, and bond pair repulsion. So this is having lone pair, bond pair, and bond pair repulsions. So due to such types of repulsions, methane has tetrahedron shape with bond angle 109 degree 28 minutes. This is having 107 degree bond angle. This is having 105 degree bond angle. And we know the magnitude of these repulsions. According to VSEPR theory, we know that the bond pair repulsion is less when compared to bond pair lone pair repulsion. which is less when compared to lone pair repulsion. So, since this molecule has lone pair repulsion, its bond angle is less. That is, these two pairs of electrons, that is lone pair, have pushed these two bonds downwards. So, as a result, the shape of molecule has become bent. Here, only one lone pair of electron. As a result, it has pushed other three bonds to come aside. So, hence it is having your shape of pyramidal. This has no lone pair of electrons and the bond pair repulsion magnitude is less. Hence, it has arranged itself into a tetrahedron. So, as a result, the shape of the molecule purely depends upon this VSEPR theory. That is lone pair, bond pair, and bond pair, lone pair repulsion. So, although geometry is same, the shape is different due to the presence of lone pairs, wherein they push your bonds towards one side or to a particular geometry to have its shapes. So, here methane with no lone pair, geometry is tetrahedron, shape is also tetrahedron. Here with the lone pair, its geometry is tetrahedron while shape is pyramidal. Here the geometry is tetrahedron but the shape is bent. So as a result, you can observe that according to VSEPR theory, it has different shapes but a same geometry.